So it'll be Clontarf to get us underway then, and their fly half David Joyce to start off the final for 2019. As he said, no shortage of tries over the finals in the last few years. Lansdowne, of course, defending champions. They were beaten in the semi-final by Clontarf. That was a bit of an upset, you could say. But Clontarf, you know, according to their coach Andy Wood, according to James Downey's doing a lot of work as well. The club have hit form at just the right time.
Okay, you're on the line. Loss here near obviously, and then I think the way they played against Lansdowne the last couple of weeks has been really impressive. You know, just thinking they have players, all their players available, no injuries in their squad. You know, as we mentioned earlier, I think Keneally's been huge. It's going to be a huge loss. Not just the way he plays, he totally controls that back line for Cork Con.
Absolutely, and as Donald mentioned there, it's effectively two 13s in the centre now, so it'll be interesting to see how that dynamic between Shane Daly and Alex McHenry works out. Very talented athletes, both of them. Pace to burn if they get any room out there, but there's a different dynamic, 12 and 13 in the rows that they'll have to play. First touch for Cormac Daly in the second row for Clontarf. Ball should be there for Lloyd, who feeds Joyce, and Clontarf trying to go through the middle. Just keep an eye on number 12, Matt Darcy, as I mentioned, with 9 tries this season. His twin brother Adrian as well in the back row. Two stalwarts of Clontarf over the last few years. An early possession now for the North Dublin club. There for Angus Lloyd. Coming up quickly from the line, loads of space in behind there, but Clontarf about to keep this ball in hand, and it's taken up by New. Captain hits the ground. Into contact goes Finlay. And it's there once again for Lloyd. Keeping ball in hand. Plenty of space in behind the Con back three at the moment. See Liam O'Connell standing well off to the right, and Rob Jermyn is very flat as well. But Clontarf are insisting on keeping this one in hand at the moment. Daly once more. Darcy. Bit of room on that left-hand side. All the way over across his wing is Courtney. And he hits the ground. Well tackled. Advantage now being played to Clontarf. Darcy with a little chip ahead, no advantage coming, will go back for the penalty.
Bit of a strange decision there by Clontarf not to kick. Normally David Joyce's pinpoint accuracy and his kicking out of hand, and the space was there. They rewarded a penalty, but it was a lot of hard work, a lot of phases they had to go through to get that.
Just from there, thank you.
Just not rolling away there quick enough.
So maybe it's just a signal of intent for Clontarf. They want to keep that ball as much as possible. I mean, we heard from Brian Hickey there talking to Marie that last season in the final against Lansdowne, Con were a little bit slow out of the blocks. He doesn't want that to be the case this time.
Just get the
yeah, every team wants to get a good start and stamp their authority on the game. And you know, I thought Con's defence was actually quite good there. They were putting Clontarf under pressure. They were coming up hard. That didn't give Clontarf very many options, and they had to work through the phases in order to get the penalty.
It's a short line out for Clontarf.
Keep that gap wide.
Captain Michael Newell standing in the back line, just outside his fly half. Expect him to get it. Darcy getting up and slapping that ball back. He did pretty well. Tony Ryan into contact, well tackled as well by Evan Mintern. Wrestled for the ball. Con been told to roll away and leave it. It was Dylan Murphy who had originally got his hands on that ball. Noon sends it in behind. Nice line from Tower, but again Con aggressive in the tackle. Cahill decides to leave it go for Lloyd. Joyce feeds it to Darcy. Darcy breaks the first tackle and almost a second. Put to the ground by Vincent O'Brien. And Max Abbott on the bench as well. So O'Brien had competition all season for that number 2 jersey for Cork Con. It's a clever little kick and finds touch on that far side.
Yeah, again, Cork Con's defence is up really hard. They're putting Clontarf under pressure and not giving them very many options. We saw Adrian Darcy there break through nearly 2 tackles, but there wasn't much on apart from that.
There's the strength of French as well. They're talking about. I mean, he's only 20 years of age, but he's massive.
He is, and he's such an exciting player. He's really elusive as a winger when he comes off his wing into any sort of little bit of space. We saw his try last week. His skill level is phenomenal as well, and I've no doubt we're going to see more of him. It's unfortunate that we didn't see the duel against himself and Mick McGrath, who was ruled out injured. That would have been a nice little battle on the wing. Yeah. But you know, he's a fine player, and he had, I think it was 3 games with the under-20s. But likewise, Wren on the bench for Cork Con, another really exciting player who was very good at the under-20s on the Grand Slam team as well.
Andy Wood looking on, I'm sure he must be reasonably happy with the start that Clontarf have made in terms of possession anyway. Yeah,
they started to control the game quite well. You know, they're in a good attacking position here. Their defensive line-up, it's a good position for them to be in for Cork Con under pressure.
Good to see Angus Lloyd back on his feet, signed a professional contract with Connacht for next season.
Red, out.
First line that goes
Stay on that bind
according to plan for Cork Con, and the pack are going to have a bit of a go here. You can see Cahill just leading the charge with them all.
That's one.
Clontarf doing well to get bodies around Darcy and Cahill in a bear hug with each other there. Ball should be available for Higgins to use. A little bit slower, an advantage against Clontarf. Second penalty of the game coming up now. If they don't get anything from this, whistle sounds, we'll go back for it.
Really well worked there by Cork Con, off the line and into the maul, sucked the Clontarf players in and actually created space out here, but gave away a penalty. Tony Ryan there coming in from the side. Really big ball carry there from Vincent O'Brien.
Just dropping that shoulder in, and just got to be careful there. I mean, you saw the forearm go up. I mean, once you're into contact, you probably get away with it. If he charged with the forearm there, he could have been in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that referees are looking out for as well. It's player safety, and it's something that they're very vigilant on. Johnny Erskine is a good ref coming through. He's actually a teacher by profession, and he's been in the refereeing game for a while now, so it's good to see him get a game at this level.
Doesn't quite go according to plan, but Clontarf have to make do with allowing Con possession. Duffy on the charge in that blue scrum cap, and then Clontarf told to leave it. Ball is there for Higgins. They're going to go wide this time. McHenry, now we've got loads of pace. Himself and Shane Daly together, so quick in that centre combination. It's a pity that Keneally isn't there, but let's see what the two lads can manage themselves. Well, the attempted pass from Sheahan, was that slap forward?
Just
it was.
red hand in the tackle.
And it'll be a scrum to Cork Con.
Yeah, the speed Tony Ryan got up there to put pressure on Con to force the mistake, but then it was a knock on by Clontarf.
Okay.
You see Tony Ryan coming up.
Yeah, bring
just
him
asking
down.
questions there of Sheahan.
Okay.
You know, he has him in his eye line.
To the left.
And I'd ask questions of him, and he just didn't get that follow through in his pass.
So most of the Cork Con backline are lined up on the left-hand side, and at the moment it's 4-on-2 because Clontarf have split their backline. Interesting to see what Con do here. Plenty of room on the right-hand side of the pitch, and Cahill just looking at Liam O'Connell's full-back.
No, wide, I want you closer.
Yes, sir. He's got French outside him as well.
I want you closer.
So at the moment, Clontarf have gone for 3 on the left-hand side, where there's more Con players on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think they're going to have. They're going to look for Lloyd and the flanker to come off, but if Cahill goes off on the left, they'll be at a number deficit.
I'll just step out the other way.
And if they get quick work ball off it, there should be numbers out on the left-hand side for Cork Con.
See what they decide to do here.
Doing that scrum first scrum of the game.
Yeah.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Kind of been strong all season at scrum time. Duffy, O'Brien and Murphy against Soroka, Finlay and Royce, Burke-Flynn. They go to the left-hand side. This is where the numbers were, but the hands letting Alex McHenry down at the last second, and this one's going to stay in play. Nicely done. Kicked on. Courtney after the ball, and O'Connell loses his feet, just went forward, I think, from Courtney's hand.
The advantage.
But Cork Con basic handling mistake there, just gifting possession to Clontarf.
Yeah, it was. They definitely had the numbers there off the scrum, and we just see it here. That's a pass you have to catch, you know, slightly in front, but you have to be catching those balls. Yeah. Clontarf were relying on the touchline as an extra defender, and with Lloyd coming off that scrum.
Yours nice and high, I'll make sure he doesn't come back in.
Cork Con really should have claimed that, and then it gets a little bit scrappy here.
It was Lloyd who was first to it. I think he was the guilty party for the knock-on.
Yeah, you keep that inside shoulder.
Pressure on, and Con, when they were thinking about trying to attack, they have to turn and scramble back.
Let's go, Benny! Steady until that ball is in. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Decent feeds by Higgins, and away goes Cahill. Little offload.
Release red!
Just see Moynihan standing to the right, calling for the ball.
Taken in.
Little dummy, we know he's quick. Brilliant try in that semi-final. Back to a scrum half, and Higgins gets it over the halfway line. Chance to counter. Tower well tackled though. Good for Lloyd. Soroka. Darcy. Down the first receiver. Almost got away. Tackle went in and had to be made. Gavin Duffy hanging on to his bootlaces there at the end. The kick is blocked down by French, who tries to get a boot on it. Quick recovery though, and then shoved backwards. Pat Finlay. Ball still there for Clontarf. Handling mistakes from both teams. A little bit scrappy so far. And Soroka tries to use that power to get over halfway line. Cal does just enough though. Quick ball needed and they get it. Power back inside. And Donahue just dies with the ball. Recycles well though. And Lloyd to feed. Darcy. Look for the return pass but didn't get it. Back with a scrum half. Then a long floating pass, bit of room on the outside, but you don't want your tight head if Royce Burke-Flynn, it wouldn't be the quickest on the pitch. In that kind of position, Clontarf down to 14 temporarily. One of the players struggling to get back on his feet, can't quite see who it is at the moment, as Cork Con continue to put pressure on. I think it's Soroka who just took the damage, almost intercepted there as well, a dangerous looking pass. O'Donoghue had to pick it up off the ground. Darcy in to protect the ball, and now Lloyd will use it. That was forward, surely. Miles forward.
Give the option right. 9.
Yeah, it's a bit touchy from both sides, you know, lots of handling errors, both teams trying to find their feet. That was a bit unusual for Lloyd, you know, normally he's on the money with those passes. He was trying to get it out into the space, but again, those unforced errors are putting themselves under pressure. Here we see it, it's a mile forward.
Hey, could you clip this in?
You know, it's great for a player like him, though. He's had 2 opportunities now, professionalism, and it's through the club game. When he's at Trinity, he was brought into Munster. And now with Clontarf, he's been signed a contract to Connacht. You know, so that's a great development pathway for young players, that they can see if they're not straight into an academy, that they can go through the club route.
Hopefully they don't tear the contract up after that pass, though.
Yeah, 1 sec, yeah.
I think he might be all right. But for him to be able to do that while he's undertaking a degree in RCSI to become a doctor as well is phenomenal.
All good?
Absolutely.
Just shows the commitment to these players at club level.
Mark, go to the
Brilliant
left.
to see Joe Schmidt here as well.
Keep your head in that gap. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Very busy over the weekend watching the provinces, obviously.
Yeah, there's still lots of rugby on at the moment, and he's keeping an eye on, you know, all levels of Irish rugby. I know he's going after the World Cup, but again, he was a club man in Mullingar, and he's seen players come. Joey Carby from the 2016 final here, so I don't know if we'll get any bolters from the World Cup out of this, but you just never know.
You never know.
Bind. Set. Stay high.
Higgins, control of the back by Cal. Rob Jermyn standing right behind his fly half. He's making a long run to support the outside backs, and they might move this one here. O'Connell, lovely to French, trying to go on the outside. He bounces off the first, tries the handoff. French still going, gets the pass in. Oh, that's lovely from Con, and it might work out here. It has done. Absolutely brilliant. Daly gets the try. He can owe the assist to Sean French, though. The power of the winger, that's what we were talking about. And the lads before the game, Daly finishes it off, and Con strike first.
Absolutely brilliant try, and it all comes from French out there. He created everything. Didn't look like there was a huge amount on. A bit of narrow defence from Clontarf. You just see French here, steps on the outside and powers through. And then a lovely little piece of skill here. Here you see the pop pass there back from O'Connell. And brilliant finish there. Absolutely wonderful try from Cork Con when they didn't look like doing much, but just shows how threatening this player is.
Thanks.
Lovely bit of skill from O'Connell.
And there aren't too many quicker than Shane Daly, sevens flyer. And down he goes. What a try. It's taken 12 minutes, but we have our first score of the game. And the conversion, no problems. The flags go up. And it looks like Ivan Soroka is going to have to go off. We mentioned the knock that he picked up as he was carrying the ball into contact. So Vak Abaladze's come in.
Yeah, that's obviously a huge, brilliant replacement for Vak to come in, but Soroka's been brilliant for Clontarf this season. He was player of the match last week against Lansdowne, and you know, he is a big loss. Vak obviously hasn't been training as much, but he is a quality player. Played 5 times for Leinster this season.
Restart. Great pair of hands from John McSwiney underneath it, and Higgins to Mintern. Brian Hayes have formed a pretty decent partnership this year.
Yeah, last fight, that's okay. Use it.
Box kick from the scrum half. O'Connell's after this one, and he's going to be first to it. O'Connell, good contest in the air, but a really good take under the high ball from Courtney. You have to watch that every step of the way. Here is Abaladze. We will not weaken that front row one little bit.
Ball's there.
Con told to roll away.
Roll white.
Should be there for Lloyd. Again, the pass wasn't great. In behind from O'Brien. Trying to set off is Courtney. Gets the pass away to his other winger. And O'Donoghue trying to spin out of the tackle. There for Lloyd once more. Joyce. Tackle by Hayes. You can hear that one all the way up here in the commentary box. Joyce once more to Darcy. Darcy looking for options out wide, and now it's Power. We know he's quick. Power, well tackled and well marshalled by Daly. Battle of the back line so far, fascinating to watch. Here's Adrian Darcy. Lloyd, Joyce, there's 4 outside him. O'Brien opts to go straight down the throat of Cahill. He puts him down. 8th phase coming up. Daly.
No hands! No hands!
Well, clear instructions from the referee there, and Cork Con just didn't listen.
Yeah, and it's unusual for Brian Hayes. You know, obviously he's a very experienced player. You have to make some attempt to roll away. He just lay there. Good tackle by Cahill. He was in a good position to start, but then goes off his feet, and he has to move away. You know, it looks like Adrian Darcy slightly holding him in, but you still can make some effort and make it shown that he is holding you in if that's the case.
So penalty Clontarf.
Yeah. Time off.
The referee's called time off. So just a bit of attention for Gavin Duffy. I mean, Brian Hayes, I mentioned himself and Conor Kindrigan would have been one of the foremost second-row partnerships in the league, and obviously Kindrigan going to the United States to try his luck over there. He's had to form that new partnership this season with Evan Mintern, and it's worked pretty well.
Yeah, it has, and I think that's a lot to do with Hayes probably bringing along whatever player steps into that second row with him. As I said, hugely experienced, and he's been probably one of the standout players of club rugby over the last number of years.
Absolutely. Decent line out. Lloyd reacts quickest to it as well. Noon, the captain, straight into contact. Back with a scrum half. Daly. Tackled by his opposite number. Lloyd, again, advantage against Con. Discipline now. Just letting him down as Lloyd gets through the gap, and Lloyd still going. Nobody on his shoulder. 5 metres from the line.
Come here.
Penalty, and this could be a card. Referee is not happy.
No, this player here.
Yeah, it's in the danger area, giving away penalties like that.
It's McHenry.
No, we've had a quick penalty. So I couldn't roll. You've made the tackle and you've left your arm in to slow the ball down. Off you go.
10 minutes in the bin for Alex McHenry. He'll be frustrated with that one.
Yeah, I'll just be here.
I didn't quite see what that was for. I thought there was a previous penalty before that I didn't think was McHenry, so unless there was something after that, but just shows how quick and snipey that Lloyd is around the fringes.
Johnny, one white was offside and then tackled the man about the ball. Might be just
the first advantage was against the board. Yeah, just hold the line.
Well, Timo McDowell was just pointing out
just on you
another Con infringement. There was Gavin Duffy. I think he said was offside and tackled the man without the ball. But look at the break by Lloyd.
Not too sure what McHenry did there, whether he didn't roll away quick enough. It wasn't high tackle.
The referee said he left his arm in to slow the ball down. So slowing the ball down was the charge against him.
It was a very quick call on that, to be honest with you. I thought it was the previous penalty that he's been pulled for, but I suppose penalty after penalty you're going to get a yellow card.
Was the assistant referee, by the way, who flagged up that possible infringement by Duffy. Anyway, the penalty stands and the 3 points are on the board as McHenry will spend the next 10 minutes in the bin. First points for Andy Wood's sides and James Downey alongside him.
Yeah, it's great to see James coming from the pro game back into coaching and taking over from Simon Broughton as assistant coach to Andy Wood. And, you know, obviously they've rebuilt things from Clontarf finishing 5th last year to be back in another final. You know, they've had a really good run of season, beaten twice by Trinity, twice by Cork Con and Terranir, but apart from that, they've played some outstanding rugby.
Taken by Daly.
Tomorrow!
Doing the basics right from the restart. Sounds easy, but it's so important to do it as Adrian Darcy is wrapped by Dylan Murphy. Joyce wants it. Here's his brother Matt. Pass on the outside to Power. It just about hangs on to it. Tackled by Daly and French combination of the two. Lloyd to Joyce. Gone flats.
Roll one.
On to Ladsey. Scrum half. Big tackles going in from both teams, and Con almost got the hands to rip there. Joyce carried back in the 22, so couldn't go straight into touch. O'Connell's underneath this one. Forget Cork Con temporarily down to 6 backs with McHenry in the bin, but O'Connell trying to set off on his own here, needs support. Just about gets it from Moynihan. Higgins to Cahill, back to Jermyn, straight through the middle, and off goes Jermyn. The winger's pace and a side foot step to try to go around the outside. Jermyn back in his pace, and what a try this is going to be! Rob Jermyn, take a bow.
Take a bow, but what a ball from Cahill. I think he's one of the outstanding eights of the game as well. His handling is unbelievable, and to spot that little gap inside to put Jermyn into the space, and then the finish from Jermyn was outstanding. But like against the run of play, there you see that little pop pass from Cahill, and you see the step here from Jermyn, and he takes on Power, who isn't slow. So it just shows you just how quick he is, but slightly against the run of play. And, you know, Clontarf will be kicking themselves to go down with that try when Cork Con are down a player.
Brilliant individual score, down to 14. Doesn't matter, Cork Con fans can celebrate. 12 points to 3, their second try of the game, and he will enjoy watching that one back.
Yeah, it kind of came from nothing, really. You know, that space shouldn't have been there on the inside from Clontarf, but it was well spotted. There was no pillar that came across to cover that space, and well taken chance against the run of play.
So Moynihan then, so you can see 1 from 1. 164 points in the league if you add his conversion from the first try this season. This attack on number 2 and increase the lead. Beautiful strike, straight between the posts. 14 points to 3, and Cork Con, despite being down to 14, they put another try on the board. Clontarf, I'm sure Andy will be a little bit frustrated by that.
Yeah, very frustrated. It was a basic defensive error. You know, just that around the pillar and that A spot, one away from the pillar. You know, that's sacrosanct. You shouldn't be getting caught out there.
So Dave Joyce to restart. Clontarf playing catch-up inside the first quarter. McSwiney underneath it, safe hands again. Tackle to the ground. Higgins at the moment in no rush to use this. Wants a couple of options here. Looks like he's steadying himself to kick. Now that ball should be out.
Yes.
It is out, and Lloyd spots that eventually. Should have been maybe a little bit quicker to react there.
Not just Lloyd, every player should have been a bit quicker to react. It was out for a long time before the kick went in from Higgins, and
that would have been okay.
Again, it's about having a conversation with the referee, asking the referee is out, and then coming through on it. You know, don't be waiting for the referee to tell you it's out.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't hear what you were shouting. Yeah. Just give me a step. Make sure you keep that ball protected if you want a box kick. Okay. Once it's out, it's out.
No, there you go. That's the referee saying, listen, pal, I can't protect you if you take it out.
Thank you.
And Clontarf had reacted to that, could have been in trouble. Again, Con getting up brilliantly to spoil the line out. Higgins takes it, swallowed in the tackle though by Ben Riley. The ball there for McSwiney to have a pick and go. Gets over the gain line, good strength in the carry there from the Con back rower. And Higgins looking for options. Mintern in just to add some support for the scrum half. This one's going to go too far. Chance now maybe to launch a counter-attack from here, and it's Courtney trying to step around Mintern. The support from Duffy in the defensive line. Lloyd to Joyce, 3 on the outside there. Darcy, it's the pass away. O'Donoghue can't quite escape the tackle attempt of Shane Daly. Joyce again.
Roll white.
Con up so quickly in that white line. Just Clontarf are struggling to get the ball out into the channels where they do have a bit of space. Howard might get a chance to switch back inside here and does a beautiful job of it as well. Courtney with the pass back inside to the scrum half, and Lloyd's going to try and break for the line. What a tackle, 5 metres short. Looking for a quick recycle. Joyce in there, he's going to act as scrum half. Options really all on the left hand side. They've got to give that ball. No, it's carried in by Ryan. Advantage being played to Clontarf. Can they make it count from here? Lloyd's back at his feet, spinning the pass out wide. It's a 2-on-1 in the corner to the captain. He's in touch. We got back for the penalty. It won't count him for noon.
Yeah, missed opportunity for Clontarf there. They had a 3-man overlap out on the left-hand side. If that ball had gone a little bit quicker, and then Clontarf went the wrong way back right.
Just behind
the
line.
Noon forced into touch.
Lloyd almost got there. Brilliant cover defence by Con, but wonderful break as well.
What do you want, guys?
And credit to Courtney, the winger, because it's been
scrum.
The Con back three have had the better of the exchanges so far.
Yeah, here we'll just see.
He's not blocking the play.
Noon just been pushed into touch,
stepping
into touch, just forcing it for that try, just this right foot in. You know, but yeah, absolutely excellent cover defence by Cork Con. Here we see it on the break. Angus and Lloyd on the support on the inside. And then the cover defence coming across there was outstanding.
Step it up wide onto the line.
It was at this point that Clontarf needed to spin the ball out left. They had numbers out there. and then the ruck got a little bit too slow and they went back right.
Well, we were saying in the first 10 minutes that there were a lot of handling mistakes by both teams. The last 13 have been brilliant, though. Plenty of action.
Yeah, and they're looking to move the ball and try and get it into the space. And definitely at the moment with Cork Con down a player, there's space out on the wider flanks.
Okay, both of us, we've already fallen in. Get your feet underneath, support your body weight. Until I say set, it doesn't go in. Yeah, left of the mark. 35.
Yeah, Gavin. Down to me.
Clontarf have been disappointed with their lineouts. They haven't been very clean, that they haven't got much options to attack off them the way they would like to yet. So that'd be something they'd look to tidy up, is their lineouts. And the scrum has been solid. Both scrums have been solid on both sides.
Bind. Set.
Ready.
Can Clontarf get over from here? 24 minutes gone on the clock.
They have it here, 9.
Yet to breach that Con defence. They've come close a couple of times, and that's a really good scrum as well. Referee's having a look here. Well,
390.
I've seen them given.
It's not broken up.
Yeah, I think it's because it's the first one. He's going to reset it, but that really good control by Clontarf. You know, they just wait. So they felt the pressure going up on the left-hand side, and they all drove together up left.
I'm watching your angle.
Clontarf have that extra
that to stay straight.
Man advantage in the back line with McHenry in the bin.
Yeah, he's watching.
Yeah, and particularly here, you know, they have to go on a hard defence, particularly where they're situated, so there is going to be space out wide.
Yeah, step you up, loose head. Thank you.
Clontarf are setting up quite narrow, so you'd be looking for maybe some dummy runs, but if they can look to push over on the scrum like the previous scrum, I think that's something they'd look to do first.
Keep it the scrum, keep it the scrum.
Get the shoulder out and be square. Thank you. And keep it there. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Ready.
Stay on.
Control at the back by Noon. Now they start going forward. It's gone down. It is a penalty. No doubt about it. Clontarf on top in the scrum at the moment.
Yeah, it's just in this patch they've been on top. Previously around the pitch, there's been parity in the scrum. So it'll be interesting. Clontarf will probably go for a scrum again here because the line-out hasn't been functioning the way they would like to.
Well, I mentioned, we both said that, you know, back Abdeladze coming off the bench isn't a bad replacement these to have, is it?
Yeah, it's someone playing in the pro game week in, week out, and I suppose he's getting scrum coaching as well, and the standard players he's coming up against, he's a very powerful athlete as well.
Well, what a time for McHenry to come back on.
Thank you.
Back to 15 for Cork Con.
Wait for my call.
He's going to be needed here, you feel.
Yeah, Clontarf will be kicking themselves if nothing comes from this while McHenry was off that they didn't score.
Bind. Set. Steady. Bind high, White.
Again, pressure coming on in the front row. This time Con respond. It's gone 90. No fault of either side there. Just wheel around. It's just it's a really tight battle in there at the moment.
Yeah, that was similar to the first one that he reset, so he has to reset it again. It didn't look like Cork Con we're powering through in a straight line.
There we go. Okay. Angle staying square. We'll come on this side. Piggy.
You know, it's tough for a number 8 to decide when to go and when not to go, because sometimes when you think that the pressure is coming on from the opposition, or you don't know whether it's actually your team that are going forward, so it's kind of, you're doing it by sense of feel, which is quite tough as well sometimes.
Let's see what they decide to do here.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady.
Down we go again. Another penalty.
Lads, you're driving forward before the ball is in.
Yeah, that's 2 scrum penalties now. You'd nearly go for the scrum again. And
Scrum again, please.
What do you want? Scrum option.
Yeah, that's clever play by Clontarf. You know, you have them under pressure. If they give away another penalty, you'd be looking at a penalty try.
Right. We hold the push until the ball's in. If you need to speak to second rows, please do that now.
Joe, call the ball in. Everyone off Joe.
Okay. You're to the mark and hold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mark's here.
There's your mark.
There, right there.
Yeah.
Well, you can see
to the left.
just having a word with themselves
hold
there.
it there.
Yes, sir. 75.
Just trying to get themselves up for this one now. Got to lock this one out. Clontarf will be delighted with how the last couple of minutes have gone, but it's of no use whatsoever unless they get over that line.
Seconds in.
Hickey
I want you to score with your tight head.
Yeah, while I love a good scrum, there's a bit too much messing around here, and you just want to get out and play. And
Bind.
they really need to get something off this.
Long
fancy
line.
Matt Darcy from this situation to get over. I mean, if he gets that ball, then he can afford momentum. They've gone to the blind side though, and Power. Oh, he tried the dummy. Did he get the ball down? Jermyn in on top of it. I don't think he did.
No.
He had a player outside him. The pass to Courtney did not go.
If it was knocked on before it went over the line, okay?
Yeah, I don't think, on first impression, Fiona, we're going to have a look at this again. Have a listen.
Simon, have you got me?
Yes, Johnny.
Want to check, try, yes or no?
Okay, we'll review and I'll come back to you.
Thanks very much.
Jack Power, should he have given that pass?
Yeah, like I suppose he was looking, he could see the defender coming up on the inside and whether the other defender was going to drift or not, but so close to the line, you would have thought he could have got over. Yeah, Jermaine was committed, that pass should have gone.
That's not down. Might see another angle from here, but a man completely free. That's not down. It's not down. What a tackle by Jermyn. Scored a brilliant solo try. I think he's just saved his team from conceding. Doesn't get that down.
That ball should have gone. Like, that was a definite try. Here we see it again. Jermyn was committed and Courtney would have been in and free.
Yeah, wait till Simon comes back.
Should be straightforward enough, you'd imagine, from that angle.
Yeah, I think it's no try, knock on Clontarf.
Just wrapping his arms around. What's the rule? Inside the 22. It's man on, isn't it? I mean, if Jermyn had fallen for the dummy there, he'd be the guilty party, but he gets the hand in here and prevents the try. That is
so
brilliant.
Clever.
Brilliant defending.
So
Absolutely
clever.
brilliant.
Puts in the big hit and then aware enough to get his hand under the ball to prevent the try.
Johnny, I have a decision.
Thank you, Simon.
It's knocked forward by White, re-scrum, 5 metre, red, put in.
Okay, so it wasn't a try. It has come backwards, then knocked on by White. So it's going to be 5 metre attacking scrum.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
That's the call.
It's not a score, but when he lost control and went backwards, it was then knocked on by White hand. It's going to be 5 metre attacking scrum, red.
So Clontarf go again.
Yeah, I think Jermyn will take that knock on for preventing the try, but you know, Clontarf now in the same position. We've been stuck here for the last 5 minutes.
Yes, I'm watching. I want you left of the mark.
They need to turn the screw now.
Left of the mark. Okay. His eyes on your angle. Keep it.
Well, Power,
last one was okay.
we'll hope that
make sure it
he's
stays
not
there.
left to rue that one.
Okay.
The pass had to go. I mean, it's 2-on-1. It's the most
and you're
basic
holding there. I want you to
skill in the
square with
game.
your tight head.
I don't want to be too harsh on him, but just had to go.
I think at this standard, and
hold your
has
weight
to go. It's
until I say
inexcusable
set.
that it didn't, and I think something
And stays
at the end of this game that he'll kicking himself about it if it doesn't go Clontarf's way.
Rose!
Crouch.
Seek!
Bind. Set. Steady.
Lloyd with the feet. It's back with Noon. We're going to have a go from here, and they're going forward. Where's that ball? Referee says play on.
Release White. Last foot.
Con
last
having to
foot.
defend their line now, and Clontarf still with possession. Should be there for Daly to carry.
Last foot, White.
5 metres from the try line. Abdeladze has a go. Presents it well. Finlay's going to leave it now. He decides to have a go
Ball's
himself,
there, let it
Walker.
come, White.
Con scrapping for everything here. Can Clontarf get over Adrian Darcy? Joyce is talking to his brother outside him. If the backs are ever going to get their hands on this ball.
Rule
Finlay.
White for.
Another good carry by the hooker. Daly once more. Goes into Mintern and Cal tries to rip it. Must get back on the right side though. Lloyd wants the forwards to go again. They're making good ground here. It's slow, painstaking stuff. It's physical stuff, but Clontarf are backing themselves. Another big carry.
7 rule.
A metre and a half from that line now. Referee playing advantage. Condo will put another player in the bin. Daly driven back. It's a shot to nothing. Lloyd's going to go to the right hand side. Here is Darcy. Little kick over the top. It's going to be too much on it. We'll go back for the penalty.
Come back for the penalty.
Yeah, it's tough work by Clontarf picking and going like that, but that zaps the energy of the defence as well. And here they have a penalty right in front of the post. At this stage, they should really just take their points and come away with something from here. They've been down here a long time, and
we've already had 1 year card for guys throwing the ball. We're 5 metres out. Get out of that tackle area. Are we clear?
Yeah, perfect.
If it doesn't clear, we'll up the sanction again. Thank you.
You're very clear there. We've come off 2 scrum penalties and now penalties for slowing down the ball
Scrum
again.
option.
going for the scrum again. Half an hour on the clock, 2 tries for Con, just a penalty for Clontarf to show for their efforts, but they have been battering away at the Con line for the last 7-8 minutes. They've got to leave with something.
Right.
Going for the scrum, that shows the confidence that they have in their scrum. I think the fact that they got those 2 penalties previously, but you know, it's so early in the game, I'd be a fan of just taking in your points and coming away with something and keep that scoreboard ticking by.
A few massages for the front row at half time, I reckon, the amount of scrums that they've had in the last 5 minutes or so.
Shoulder out. Loose head White, step up. It's okay. We'll get balanced.
Yeah. Yeah, Gav. Let's see us put in.
Yeah, sometimes it's delay tactics is to break up the scrum and stand up, but there's no point going into it unless you're steady-footed and ready to go.
Feet up. Crouch. Bind.
Darcy and Courtney standing to the right-hand side. Joyce has O'Brien, Power on the left. Let's see what Clontarf can do with this. It's gone loose and they've almost lost it. It's been advantage to knock on. Cork Con have weathered the storm.
Yeah, Clontarf will be kicking themselves yet again. You know, they had a scrum and just lost control of it at the vital point when the ball was about to go out to the back line.
Yeah.
Lock down.
Massive boost for Cork Con. It's as good as scoring and try that one because Clontarf threw everything at them. And again, you go back to that 2-on-1.
There we go.
They should have been in the corner. The result now is that they're going to leave with nothing and Con have a chance
Your time
to
as
clear
well.
the lines.
To the mark and hold.
Yeah, you can see there Clontarf were trying to get the scrum up on the left-hand side because they had players out on that side, but then Noon lost control of the ball.
Loose head Red, step up.
And Lloyd just couldn't get it away in time.
And you, get the foot up. Crouch. Bind. Set. Stay on the flank.
Higgins with the feeds, gets a bit of a shove. It was opposite number. Cahill is looking to get rid of that ball. Out it goes to Moynihan, just a little bit outside of the boot there. Didn't get everything on that. He's disappointed with the kick the out half because it means that Clontarf have possession and are still inside that Con 22.
Yeah, here you just see him, he just slices it off, doesn't get the distance that he wants, but he did clear their lines. It just allows Clontarf to attack once again, but as I said previously, their line-out hasn't been functioning the way that they wanted it. They haven't had good phase attack off it as of yet. It's been a bit scrappy.
Lads, let's get in, Red. You're
Finlay getting instructions from Abdulladze. Full compliment this time for Clontarf.
leave it, don't pull it down.
Back on his feet.
5 out, you've changed your mind.
On the go, Clontarf. There for Lloyd. Darcy takes it in tight.
Roll 5.
Blasted out of the way. A chance to recycle here. Ryan this time. Back for Lloyd. Daly calling for it. Goes to Joyce though. Switches tack and goes to the left hand side. Darcy gets the pass away nicely to Power. Now a chance here. Stepping back in from O'Donoghue. 5 metres short. Lloyd. Ryan this time. Good work by the blindside flanker. And wants to set that ball up. Abdulladze. You know what he can do in the scrum. How is he with the carry? Not too bad. Gets over the gain line. Presents it back. And again, Clontarf want to keep this ball tight. Joyce has 2 outside him in the back line. Darcy standing to the left, the out half to the right hand side.
Heller, stay back.
And ball out.
Yeah.
Ben Riley has his hands on it. Ball out, says the referee. There's the pick again. Royce Burke-Flynn.
2 roll.
McSwiney's got to roll away and leave it. Lloyd to Adrian Darcy. Trying to bash his way towards the 5 metre line. Daly. Tackled by McHenry. Did just enough to slow his momentum. Pick and go. Abdulladze. Cahill's in on top of it. Has to roll away. If Con infringe from here, you'd imagine it'd be a yellow card. Clontarf now splitting their backs between left and right. Where's Lloyd going to go? Needs a bit of help here. It's Darcy to go in. He's going to pick it.
No hands, White, no hands. Last foot, Peller, step
Told
back.
to leave it as Con realign and set themselves again. Lloyd looking for options. Darcy once more. Big tackle goes in, and Moynihan really good hit by the out half from Cork Con. Bit of help from Shane Daly as well. Almost 36 minutes played. Clontarf surely have to break the deadlock here. Ryan. Daly again. Energy sapping stuff, but Clontarf are very close. Darcy. Daly was offside. It's advantage to Clontarf.
No, it's offside.
Quick tap. Darcy for the line. Darcy's over. Clontarf's top try score makes it number 10 for the season, and boy did his club need that.
He did. I thought Clontarf were a bit predictable there. They were just hitting it up, pinning it up. They weren't really asking questions of Cork Con. You know, it was easy decision making from them. They just had to make the hit. But then that offside, it was quick thinking by Darcy to take that quick tap, and he's a strong, powerful athlete, and he just 2 meters and he just powers over. Cork Con weren't even back on the line by the time he took the quick tap.
Well, you have to say it's nothing less than they deserve. They've been hammering away, and you just thought it might never happen. If they'd gone to the half-time whistle without a try for Clontarf, you really wonder their confidence would have been shot, but it is a top try score, 10 for the season, and that with the conversion to come. Opportunity now for Joyce to make it a 4-point game.
Yeah, and what a stalwart Clontarf he's been. He's come up through the mini section, played every level all the way up, and he's been playing Division 1 for the last number of years with this team, and you know, he's a vital cog in that back line and in the squad.
So Joyce then. Short run up, but that was pin perfect.
Yeah.
14-10. And that, I suppose, is a true reflection of the first half so far.
Definitely, Clontarf have definitely had more possession. They've had to work harder for their scores. Cork Con scores came from, I suppose, poor defence, a missed tackle on a very strong French run, and then poor interior defence to let Jermyn through on a little Cahill pop pass. But Clontarf have definitely had more possession. It's just what they did with the possession.
So Moynihan to get us back underway. Just over 2 at the end of the first half here. It's been hugely entertaining. 3 tries on the board, 2 for Con, 1 for Clontarf, as Noon takes a heavy tackle for Mintern. Daly.
Yeah, roll, thank you. Use it!
Lloyd needs a bit of help. Steady himself for the kick. Now he's going to pass it out wide. Hayes comes across, was that high? A little bit. Seatbelt tackle, really.
Yes, thank you.
Nothing more than a penalty, though, surely.
Captain, keep it down, thank you. He's having a look at this, he'll let me know.
Clontarf out of the danger zone. Just see Royce Burke-Flynn, a high tackle by Hayes
high
there.
Tackle.
Starts high and slides down.
A couple of years ago, that would have been okay, but can't do it anymore.
Yeah, look, and as I said, there's no malice in that. It's just coming in high.
Yeah,
and
just get that discipline up, thank you.
People say, oh, sure, what harm is it? But you have to have some level of standard that you can measure things off, and anything around the shoulder, and rightly so, is a penalty, if not more.
Exactly, yeah, it's pretty clear cut. Anything around the neck, hurting the shoulders, and you're inviting the referee to blow that whistle as Clontarf steadied themselves for a line out just inside their own half. But I tell you what, Hayes making up for that high tackle by rising highest, and a brilliant tap back to his team. Higgins has it, and Cork Con, McSwiney takes the tackle from Darcy. Going to try and get to ground though. He's been held up at the moment. It's really good straight by the inside centre to hold up Con's number 6. That's brilliant by Darcy. Absolutely brilliant.
It was a brilliant read. He shot up out of the line. He had to make that tackle, because if they'd got the ball away, they would have had a dog leg and a gap in the defence. So a brilliant read by him, and then to actually make the tackle and hold him up.
No, I didn't deem it so. Okay. We're on the halfway line.
We haven't held back either side here, and that was brilliant from Darcy. Just wrapping his arm. He knew as soon as he got the arm in, a bit of an old wrestling move, but if you get the arms locked underneath, it's very hard for the player with the ball to actually get to ground.
It is, and you can try and lift your feet and everything, try to get to ground, but then someone's just holding you up, and teammates come in then and support him.
To the line and hold. Step up. Yeah.
Last play of the first half then.
Bind. set, steady. Ready. Stay on the flanker.
Lloyd, Darcy on the left-hand side, nice with the switch and a beautiful dummy. Now Darcy sets off towards the 22.
Hey, left,
lovely dummy.
Roll white.
And straight through he goes. Clontarf still in possession, and Noon gets over that 22-metre line. Tackled by O'Connell.
Leave his neck. 8 release.
Clontarf looking to recycle here.
Yeah, stay down, stay down.
Lloyd digs it out to Joyce. Abdeladze. Lovely steal. McSwiney on his feet there. Surely referee has to blow the whistle. He does. In fact, it wasn't in fact McSwiney at all. It was the hooker for Cork Con, Vincent O'Brien, and that was a brilliant steal.
Brilliant. He waited till the tackle was made, came in a nice low body position, latched over the ball. Here you see it. Fight on there for the ball, but he just got lower than his opposition and a really strong position.
So that's it for the first half. A brilliant 40 minutes of rugby. It has to be said, 3 tries in total. But at the break here at the Aviva in the Ulster Bank League final, it's Cork Con who lead Clontarf by 14 points to 10.
Clontarf really need to, you know, battle down and get continued dominance in the scrum and look for that line out as a set piece.
Brilliant top back to get possession, and Daly only needs a half a yard of room to get away and use that pace. Was the pass okay to Higgins? It looked a little bit dodgy from this angle, but the referee says play on McSwiney. Trying to burst through, has French on his outside but didn't use him. And Cork Con, blistering start to the second half. Higgins, just about held.
Stay last foot.
Support and the clear out again from Dylan Murphy. There for Cahill. Mintern.
No hands wide.
Options both sides for the Con scrum half, really all on the left though, and look at that turnover ball. And Clontarf looking to use this from well inside their own 22. The pass back to Power
right.
Doesn't go to plan, and it's a knock on as well. What a start to the second half. Jermyn back to scrum half. Cal, they're queuing up on the outside. Moynihan, little step on the outside shoulder. Into the 22 he goes. Cal again, looking for the scrum half pass. Gets it away. O'Connell hits the ground. Higgins goes left this time. Taken up by O'Brien. Clontarf told to leave it. This is Duffy. Again, contest on the ground. Higgins looking for a quick ball. Con through Moynihan.
Tackle and roll.
Opted to take it up himself that time. Flat pass to McHenry, trying to use his power this time. 5 metres from the line. Higgins looking to use it. Penalty advantage now as Shane Daly tries to get the hands free for the offload.
Roll red.
It's a shot to nothing here for Con, and they're driving towards that line.
No hands.
Jermyn almost got there. They're calling for it on the outside.
Advantage.
There's only half a metre in it, and it's another penalty given away. Hayes reaches an arm out to give it to a teammate.
Still advantage, 9 red offside.
I'll tell you what, whatever I said in that Con dressing room at half-time, they have come out with fire. Can they get another try though? Another pick and drive. Another good tackle from the Clontarf defence. Higgins goes left this time. Almost there. The hooker O'Brien.
Release red.
Where's that ball?
Stay last fight.
So close to the line.
Still
Can Clontarf keep them out?
9 red.
Ball still there. Tackle goes in from Ryan. Higgins this time goes right. Little dummy from O'Connell. Gets the pass to French, who knocked it on. We're going to go back surely for the penalty.
Not going by white. We're going back. It's going to be offside. 9 red. Please come here.
Could be in trouble. Is this a card? Is referee reaching for a pocket there?
We have 2 offsides by you. Yellow card.
It is. 10 minutes in the bin for Angus Lloyd. That is not the start of the second half Clontarf would have wanted at all.
No, and I think Cork Con came out the way that they said they wanted to start the game, you know, that they wanted to get a good start. They got a good start in the second half. A couple of times there, Clontarf's defence, they had dog legs in their defence. They were letting Cork Con run through, and then Angus Lloyd been offside twice.
Here's the mark, lads.
Clontarf are now under huge pressure, losing a scrum half at a vital time here. And Cork Con, interesting, going for the scrum.
Yeah, 3 points would have made it a converted try in the difference between the teams, but they're going for the scrum here.
You hold your weight until I say set. Don't go in early. I'm coming this side.
Flip back to the first half. Clontarf were dominant in the scrum here, so I mean, if you were a betting man, you'd say
does not turn in.
Cork Con are going to go to the backs here.
Full duration of the scrum.
Well, I suppose there's space in a couple of no scrum half, obviously, to Marshall Higgins, so he'll be free enough at the back to make a decision what either side he wants to go, and then there'll be no one chasing up on that inside of the pass either.
On my call. Crouch!
It's 5 on 4 on the left-hand side of the scrum here. Only Sean French standing to the right
set
of the set piece at the moment. Higgins with the feed. Ball at the back there with Cal. Takes it out from the scrum himself. And then Higgins trying to go for the corner. In fairness, French was fairly well marshalled there. Didn't really have the option to get his hands on that ball. There for Hayes. Oh, they've dropped it. They've dropped it.
Advantage.
What a time to do that.
Whoa, step you away. Whistle's gone. Don't do that afterwards.
Well done, good.
Whoa, right. What did I just say? Don't get involved afterwards. Okay? Cheers, yeah, don't get involved after. It's knocked on. Scrum 5.
Well, here we see it, Fiona.
Yeah, just here.
A good defence by Clontarf there. And we'll just see the knock on here.
Yeah, Gav!
Yeah, McSwiney just was a little bit low to him. He
Yeah,
could have
that
cleaned
control
it up,
was good. Let's keep it
knock
there.
on, and again, it gets
expect the
Clontarf
exact
out of
same on
trouble
their
here. It'll be interesting to see who goes in. Oh, Feeney's come on.
Let's go back to that penalty. It was a guaranteed 3 points for Con.
Yeah, and similar to Clontarf in the first half as well, not taking 3 points that were on, you know.
Same again.
Particularly when there's so much time left in the game. It's not as if you're chasing the game at this point, whether you're up or down on the scoreboard. And
Squeeze!
Bind. Set. Steady. You're driving early.
There you go.
yeah, Clontarf get out of jail,
No,
down
just
a
here,
man,
lads.
and get to clear their lines here.
White
It's
driving
Andrew
early.
Feeney, by the way, who's come in place of Lloyd at scrum half. And the player to make way is Cian O'Donoghue on the wing. So it'll be Clontarf put into the line out, but
just
again,
speak the seconds,
14-10 versus 17-10. You just wonder,
can't all be you,
Con,
so-
was that the right decision? Well, obviously it isn't now, but
Yeah.
at the time it's a bit of a head scratcher.
Yeah, so line on you, thank you, and get him
It's really
outside.
important that Clontarf secure
And
their
you're
line out
Gavin.
here. Hayes has
Wait,
been
keep
really
that
good
Gavin.
marshalling for Cork Con. He's robbed 2 clean line-out balls and put them under a lot of pressure as well.
See, can he get this one? Again, it doesn't go quite according to plan, but Daly did just enough to get a hand on it.
It's
Tap it back on the right
in.
side. Feeney directing his pack. And it is Daly who got his hands on the ball. Box kick from the scrum half, plenty of height on it. We contestable, but O'Connell's underneath. A really good take by the Con full
Release
back.
Red.
Higgins now looking for options. Moynihan calling for it and getting it. Here's McHenry, carries it two-handed. Just gets over that 10-metre line, tackled by Joyce, and then quick ball to the left-hand side. Moynihan. Switch the point of attack here, but the tackles have to be made. The offload was a good one. Twisting out of contact was Duffy. Higgins goes right. And Moynihan tried to step free, thought about the offload, had Cal. He got a bit of a shove in his back as he went to run that support line. Mintern. Cal on the right-hand side. Quick hands as far as Sheahan. Back to O'Connell. McSwiney. McSwiney free to support on the inside shoulder. The pass had to go to Jermyn. He was on his shoulder. What was he thinking?
Stay last foot.
Brilliant work though by Jermyn again. The way he reads the play to where he's in the right place at the right time for
Advantage
opportunities.
over.
And if he had got that ball, he was in for the try.
Stay last foot.
Clontarf
White.
down to 13. Royce Burke-Flynn is on the ground. So with a player in the bin and Burke-Flynn unable to get
Use
back
it,
up at the
Brad.
moment. 13 players on the pitch. That's all they can do. Feeney, but let's have a look at that again. The pass had to go to Jermyn on the inside. He was through.
Yeah, and even if the pass had gone on the outside, we would have made ground. But here you see it.
Okay, time off, lads. Yeah.
Jermyn's there, slightly in front of him actually, so probably would have been a forward
off, lads.
pass
Okay.
But if he'd given it just here,
earlier. Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah, I just got to keep that.
that's the kind of thing that
standard on
Brian
the
Hickey
setup.
would pull his hair out over.
Yeah, it's tough enough to create those opportunities. You know, really hard work done, ball in 2 hands, and then to just throw it away to Clontarf.
I don't think he's going to be able to continue. And bear in mind as well that Clontarf
involved in that stuff
lost
after.
Soroka very early in the game.
I've spoken to him as well.
It's the
Yeah,
Con
that was-
Minis who are out
Okay, just
on
go.
the pitch at
fair
half-time.
enough.
Look like they're enjoying themselves there. So they could have a problem in the front row. I mean, Declan Allenson could come in and
Those
just have
last
to
two
do some
scrums
sort of a
with your
reshuffle.
angle, that is where it stays all game. Yeah.
You don't particularly want to be reshuffling hookers in
Well, we'll speak in a wee second, see what the
in
crack is.
props and messing around, particularly when it's an area of dominance, but it definitely looks like Royce's day is over.
I mean, Abdelaziz can play loose head or tight head.
Give me a second, I'm getting...
But the issue is that they don't have another prop on the bench. Declan Adamson's a hooker for trade.
Okay.
They seem to be taping it up there, so unless they're going to see how long they can get out of him.
Take a second and see. So one has gone off injured.
One has gone injured.
Yeah.
3 is coming.
Well, we'll see what they say here first, yeah.
They're going to do their best to keep him on.
But trying to strap him up and keep him on the pitch, but if he's not right...
So...
We might have to go to uncontested scrums, will we?
If it goes uncontested.
Yeah.
If it goes uncontested, we go down to 15. And they have to bring another front row player on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what will happen. I mean, if Burke-Flynn can't get up, you can't scrummage without a designated prop, if you like.
And you have to designate them at the start of the game on what position they can play. Look, it's the last game of the season. If there's any chance of him being able to play on, he's going to risk it, you know. But is that to the detriment of the team as well?
Did you bring your boots by any chance? Designated
prop. Yeah, well, give him a second, lads.
He's back on his feet, which is good to see, and they're trying to strap it up. But I mean, if he can't get around the pitch, he's playing with a bit of a dead duck, and just depends how much pressure he can put on it, whether he's comfortable even doing that.
Yeah, but you're coming back. Yeah, coming through the mark.
Yes, sir. As in, I know what you're saying. As in, we're hitting and
you're going over the mark. So
well, Angus Lloyd can only look on. Yeah, a few minutes to go before he's let back on the pitch. I think Burke-Flynn is going to play on. In fairness to him, strapped up pretty heavily there, but
just hold a second. Yeah,
really tough stuff. The tight head for Clontarf.
Okay, White, you're on the line.
From retiring after last year, but he's been in fine form this season, and you know, if there's any chance of him staying on to the end of this game, he'll give it his everything.
Cahill takes what was a bit of a sloppy line out, but it doesn't matter. It's come back on the White side into contact with O'Brien. And for Higgins, McSwiney tries to bounce away the first tackle attempt of Ryan, I think it was, who put him down. Moynihan on the outside to McHenry. The pass wasn't a particularly good one, and Jermyn has been lost the ball now. Chance to counter from here. Joyce puts it through. Race back. O'Connell is first to get there, and he has a little bit of time. Swings the boot at it. Wasn't as clean as... But Clontarf still have it. O'Brien this time. Darcy. Daly who got that kick away, in fact. And O'Connell takes his position. Now the full back, just as I say, he's been intercepted. Daly reading the pass really well. Jermyn takes one out. Now, bit of an overlap on the right-hand side. If they get this ball into hands here, McSwiney is one outside him. Now French, how quick is he? Let's find out. French, oh, lovely goose step off, tries to get away. McHenry in support, gets the foot in touch, and will be a line out to Clontarf, and French is frustrated with himself.
He is, but well done, Cormac Daly. Just got a scrag tackle on him to slow him down, and that forced him to pass the ball off.
Thank you.
Here we see the intercept. And that was Clontarf just trying to force it, you know, on the counter attack. Here we see a bit of a bad pass across the middle, stopping his steps. Just a scrag tackle there by Daly. Forced him to get the pass on the inside, and then Clontarf dragged them into touch.
Yeah, but we've got a list here as well.
And McHenry just couldn't stay in field, and French, you can see in the Baron spits the gum shield out.
Ah, look, he'd be annoyed. He was up against the second row there, but he did have to stop to catch the pass. He wasn't in any sort of full flight, so he had to try and accelerate, and that's when Daly caught him.
Speak for yourself.
Abdelaziz back on his feet. Cork Con fans. Some decent artwork
water
there.
off. Here, lads. Yeah, water off, thank you. Hold on the line, lads. Hold them off you. Yeah, lads. We're good. Six.
So Finlay. He's just watching everything Clontarf do. They go to the front. It's a better take. Ben Riley getting high. Safe hands as well. There from Finlay. Does that go forward? And Newcastle has robbed it. Good work by Cal. Now, chance here. Little dummy. And a nice one as well from Murphy, but Higgins to his fly half. Moynihan on the outside of McHenry. Nice, lovely flat line from Shane Daly. Almost got away. Pops the pass up to McHenry. The centre's combining well. Inside the 22 he goes. Has to let go of that ball, and he didn't let go. And that's why the referee gave a penalty.
Yeah, he got to release that ball well in by David Joyce there, but it just shows how threatening these Cork Con backs are if they get any sort of quick ball. Here we see it. McHenry, great line by Daly there. Really powerful, good offload.
Yeah, we're playing on.
And he just didn't make any attempt to release the ball.
McHenry just going to ground, a little bit isolated there, and in fairness to Joyce, he was straight over the top of that, kept his body weight, hands on the ball.
I'm not sure whether he's a part of the tackle assist there, but referee didn't see it, and then he went in straight over the ball.
Yeah.
I tell you, Burke-Flynn is back on the ground here. It's not looking good. Is it Burke-Flynn? It is. That ankle has given him awful trouble.
Yeah, I think they've now decided his day is done.
All right, Killian, what's happening?
So they're going to have to go uncontested then. Declan Alliston's going to have to come in, which means...
And you know, that's not going to suit Clontarf because they've been so dominant in the scrum, so it's to their disadvantage that they have to go uncontested, and it's a shame to see
hang on a
in
second.
an AIL final that it goes uncontested.
I don't understand why you can't have 23 players and 2.
I'm just checking the front row permutations
in the club game. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know what the logic is behind it. I don't know whether it's about game time for players, that they're not just sitting on a bench, that they can play.
So Johnny, we're good, but at the next scrum.
Right, so has that prop gone off injured?
Yeah, so now I have 2 props off injured.
2 props off injured, okay.
Well, the next time
so
we have
next
a scrum,
scrummage,
Clontarf are going to have to pull someone.
It'll be uncontested, and we'll get another front row one. Yes?
No, Johnny, so we have 16 has come on.
He is already
so
on?
We're now at 15.
Okay.
But they can't, at the point of the next scrum, they'll be down to 14.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so next scrum, they'll have to lose a player.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
okay,
Angus Lloyd.
Yeah, that cap's fine.
On the bench, waiting to come back on. A busy start to the second half, albeit we haven't had any points on the board.
Stop 4.
Kick from Darcy, just over the head of O'Connell. Sits up nicely for him. Now into 22. Now, did he just go outside? He's got to be careful. I think that was outside the 22 when he kicked that ball. It was. It's out on the full, and that is a mistake by the Con full back.
Yeah, you know, that's something he had to be aware of.
Kick it outside.
He was definitely going for touch off that. It was clear he was going for touch, so he should have known that he was outside the 22. But prior to that, well done to Matt Darcy. There was space in behind O'Connell. The execution kick wasn't quite where he wanted to put it. He probably wanted to put it closer to the touch line, but it's worked out well for Clontarf here.
Full gap, you're on the line.
It's the first time that Clontarf really have been in an attacking position inside the half.
Back.
Since we resumed.
10 go white, give me a step.
A bit like when Con went down to 14 in the first half, they managed to get 7 points on the board. I wonder if Clontarf can do something similar here. It's at the back with their hooker. And on they go. Finlay tries to break through, does break through. Mintern, desperate tackle to put him down, and a penalty advantage here, so they might get a shot at goal if they don't get a try. Mintern just trying to swallow up Feeney, the scrum half. We'll go back for the penalty though.
Right. Offside,
surely they take the 3 points here.
You would think so, you know, again.
Captain, you need to get it sorted out.
Just under 30 minutes left.
Back we go, thank you.
Same in return, Johnny.
That was really good by Clontarf. They took a clean line out, great maul set off, and Finlay made really good ground off it, and here they are putting Cork Con under pressure defensively, and they're going to go for post off this.
So Dave Joyce already has a penalty and a conversion to his name in the game so far. 124 points coming into this match, 129 if you add those 5. And he'll fancy his chances here just to put a single point between the sides.
Yeah, Clontarf just made a few subs there. We see Conor O'Brien, I think, enter the field, which is obviously another huge player coming off the bench. You know, he's had, I think, 14 games for Leinster this season. He's got a bit of European action as well, and, you know, a quality player.
A couple of nice tries as well to go with that, so we know what he can do from broken fields.
There's a bit of confusion, Clontarf, about who's on and who's off. I think Conor O'Brien replaced his brother Sean O'Brien, but there's a bit of confusion whether Feeney's on or off the pitch.
We'll find out now in a second as Joyce swings the boot at that one. Flags go up, 3 points on the board, and just 1 in it overall. It's going to be a titanic battle, you feel, this one going right down to the wire.
But I didn't.
Soroka, this old Shiner. That was early on in the match as well. James Downey and Andy Wood looking on.
Subs, Johnny.
That would have weathered the storm there. Down to 14.
9 white and...
So on comes Duncan Williams.
9 white.
And off goes Jason Higgins.
Here? Hang on. What about
this
player?
is over. Tark now have 15 players on the pitch.
Okay, so is he staying on?
Yes, he is. That's 15 players.
I've been told he's staying on. Let's go.
Just a bit of confusion about who's coming on and who's going off. I mean, Lloyd is back on the pitch. O'Brien has come off for his brother, as he said. And
okay, ready, you good?
We have the full complement of 15 aside. O'Brien has to... He's come back onto the pitch.
Chris, we're good to go.
Off. But Finlay surely is coming off.
Okay.
There we go.
Right, thank you.
So Sean O'Brien will continue on the wing, I would imagine, for Conor O'Brien moving into 13.
Can't get us back underway. Bad for a first touch. There's Lloyd to Joyce. A bit of space in that midfield, but actually the gap is closed. Darcy. Big tackle goes in and Ryan. Huge hit that was from Mintern. Threw his entire body into that one. James Murphy in beside him as well. Now, little break from Power, and off he goes. Power over the halfway line and supported. Oh, lovely wraparound from Lloyd. Beautiful play, tries to keep it alive. Was it one pass too many? It's gone backwards, says the referee, and it's scooped up by Ryan. Ryan over the 22-metre line. Lovely break by the North Dublin club, and they've got numbers on the right-hand side here. If this one goes out wide, Adamson juggling with the ball, couldn't quite get a hold of it first time. Lloyd has his hands on it. Finlay.
Release White.
Adrian Darcy calling for it. Darcy in behind. Little dummy. We're calling for it out wide here. Courtney was the first receiver. This is taken up by Cormac Daly. O'Brien. French trying to rip it out of his hands but can't. Clontarf still with possession. Ryan again. Another carry from him.
Let it come.
A decent game. They go blindside this time. Courtney.
Roll White.
Tackle by Sheahan.
There's the ball.
Riley offloads to Darcy. He's shoved back in the tackle. Where's that ball? Joyce queuing up out wide now for this one. O'Brien to Darcy. Matt Darcy, that is. Tapped by McHenry. They've turned the ball over now. Duncan Williams kicks it clear, and Jermyn's after this one. Nobody at home for Clontarf. If this one sits up, he could be in again. Jermyn is going to back his pace. The chase is on. The pass has to go. It does to Duncan Williams. Super sub in the corner.
Okay.
We're going to go upstairs, but the man whose Munster career has come to an end.
No, thank you.
Might just have scored in the corner for Cork Con, and what a try that would be.
What a try and what a moment from him. Obviously, he's played all his
Simon, have you
rugby with Cork Con, and he's
okay.
been a big fan of going back
Simon,
down there for training and being a part of this squad this year. Any
try
chance
yes
that
or
he
no.
could.
We're looking at potential foot in touch. If not, can we go back and check when the ball was kicked? Was the winger in front or was he onside?
I had a look across just as the ball was kicked.
Touch first, and
so
then we'll go back and check whether he's in front or not.
Excellent, thank you.
Was Duncan Williams' foot in touch when he grounded, and then if he was okay, was Rob Jermyn onside? I think Jermyn was onside, I have to say. I just had a look across, and it did seem like he was okay when the ball was kicked, but first and foremost, did Duncan Williams get this down, or was he in touch? Look at the tackle from O'Brien.
We'll wait for it, we'll see it, thank you.
He's in touch. And his left foot is out, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's just whether he's grounded that ball just before it happened. I think they're happened simultaneously here. We'll see.
Ooh,
yes, I think
try.
they're both. It's simultaneously happening.
Thanks, lads. Go back. Thank you. I'll give you a shout when I hear. I'll give you a shout when I hear. Yeah.
But it's not this angle. It's the other angle that will show you where the ball is grounded, because you can't
that
see
looks
it
good.
So the left foot is up, up, up. The ball is down, just there. Yeah.
Ball first.
And you can give that. This is the better angle, I think, isn't it? Watch the left foot and watch the ball being grounded. Ball's down now. There. That's okay.
Yeah, I think
that's right.
top of the ball hit it first, but it's frame by frame you have to go by. Yeah, try.
Yeah, that's a try.
Johnny, the foot's not in touch. We're going to just check the offside from the kick.
Thank you.
So back we go. Now watch Jermyn here. Yeah, he's okay, isn't he?
Yeah.
The winger
was my
in
initial
an onside position. So just before that, when the kick was made.
I've got to go back for the kick. I know the grounding's okay. It's the kick that they want to
Johnny, have a decision?
Yeah.
There's no offside from the kick.
No offside, tries given. What a try,
okay,
Fiona Conklin.
No
Again, another try
kick,
against the run of play. We were actually, that was one of Clontarf's better attacks. They went through the forwards, used the backs. There was line breaks, you know, it was exciting. Clontarf got turned over, Mark Darcy got isolated. Great awareness for Jermyn to, you know, I suppose read that kick and then get up there and get the offload away to Duncan Williams.
Just there, thank you.
Brilliant that man gets the try as well. I mean, what a servant he's been to Munster and to Cork Con as well.
Yeah, but you have to say 3 of Cork Con's tries have kind of been against the run of play or have come from nothing really when Clontarf have been doing all the work. That just shows how threatening they are.
Just clinical really when they needed to be is Moynihan from the corner here. That's what's facing him, difficult one. But he's 2 from 2. Now he's going to push this to the right and wide, so 19 points to 13. The gap 6 points, and we've got just over 21 minutes left to play. Duncan Williams.
Johnny after break, let's switch on again.
The offload wasn't bad either, was it?
No. Jermyn really, his awareness is unbelievable. Like he's in the right place at the right time. He really works hard off that wing. If there's enough time for Clontarf to get back into this, they're really going to look to try and get the ball into Matt Darcy and Conor O'Brien's hands and go through the phases, but that's not going to help going straight out off kick-off and just handing back possession to Cork Con.
Scrum all the way back in the halfway line.
Okay, so we're going
Joyce will be kicking
uncontested.
himself for that.
13's coming off.
So now,
hang on a
Clontarf are going to have to pull someone here.
Chris, we're going uncontested?
Yeah, I think Sean O'Brien will probably...
13!
Yeah, Sean O'Brien
13
will
needs
come
to go
off.
No, hang on a second. No, it's when the scrum is uncontested. 13 needs to go off, lads. It's uncontested scrums. Thank you. No. It's uncontested. Yeah, so it's that for the rest of the game. Okay. And do they have their front row player?
Yeah, we have 3 hookers and a prop.
It's uncontested, sir.
It's uncontested. They're on 14 men now.
That's crazy, lads. Sorry,
They've had a prop injured and another prop injured. Okay.
Oh no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Right. You can hear what Gavin Duffy thinks about it anyway.
Yeah,
Okay,
look,
so
it is crazy.
White,
I just don't understand it. It's
We're
just,
uncontested, no push.
Sure, there's
Team
a
that puts it in
reason
gets it.
somewhere for it.
Red, we get that? Yeah. No.
You know, and it is disappointing to see, you know, the
Yes, really,
showcase
scrum,
of
thank you.
the club game and you're at uncontested
Let me do
scrums.
my job. Cheers, here. Thank you.
They're just unfortunate to lose Soroka so early and then to lose Burke-Flynn.
Yeah, we still need to get in for uncontested.
so
Oh,
it
wait,
must be the
we're still
full
good through the
complement.
steps. We've got to get in.
Referee's instructions
Crouch.
pretty clear on that one. So
Bind. Set.
Con will get a free throw.
Stay bound.
See what they can do
Stay.
with
He's
it.
allowed on its foot.
Duncan Williams goes left. Moynihan. McHenry to Daly. Half dummy. Gets in behind. And then dies with the ball. Williams. Mintern. Offside, surely. Miles offside, Daly. What was he thinking there?
Yeah, it's just naivety,
You're
really.
never onside.
He shouldn't even be
Please be
questioning
very
that.
careful.
The ruck had happened.
Johnny, happy with sub?
Post called. Yeah, who?
4 red,
Another
please.
shot at
4
goal.
red. Sub.
And it is the last act for Cormac Daly. Is
Hey,
this
lads,
one.
here's the mark. Back 10, Captain. Yeah, just on you.
I don't think he's been taken off because of that, but
No. Doesn't look great, but it's not because of that. So shot at goal then, and Brian Deeney comes in. Moynihan to put 3 more points on the board and just extend that lead. Right side for a right-footed kicker. Starts it at the right post, brings it back in beautifully. 3 points on the board, 22-13. And Cork Con with 18 minutes left to go just put their foot on the throat a little bit more.
Said it's all for Clontarf to do, but while they need to chase the game, they can't force it either. They have to go through their phases, you know, try and get the ball into some of their exciting attacking backs, but not forcing it too much.
Restart from Joyce, this time no mistake from it. And goes for a bit of distance inside the 22, forcing Con back.
Release, Red.
Murphy tries to bring play as close as he can to that line as possible. Williams in no hurry, setting himself for the kick here. Not a bad one. Plenty of height on it, gives the chance for the chasers to get up there. O'Connell did well, so too Jermyn is holding him up, and then the little slip of the pass to Abdeladze, who did well. There for Lloyd. The pass wasn't great, but I think it was complaining of a little bit of interference there. And all Joyce could do is hit the ground, but then Clontarf give away the penalty, and it's just not happening for them at the moment.
From there.
Going straight off their feet there, you know. Plane taking off, not a plane landing. That Clontarf were trying at the ruck there, so again, just puts Cork on its front foot.
Off your feet.
No, there was no interference there. Angus Lloyd just a poor pass.
Lads, let's go. Which way? You're going left?
Do you know, that's just Clontarf putting pressure on themselves. That was no pressure from Cork Con there at all.
So touch found by Moynihan, and the pack in deep discussion there about the plan from the line out. It's O'Brien to throw.
Okay, first man. Okay, get them onside you. Get go. Right, let's go. Keep the gap, Red.
This time Cal's the target, but it's an overthrow. A combination of that and maybe the lift just wasn't as exact as it should be there for Williams. Was that pass forward? Looked like it was from here from Moynihan.
Well, nothing after.
Yeah, it was forward. Good hit by Joyce there that put him under pressure, but forced the ball to go forward in the tackle.
Pass is just forward. Scrum.
Nah. Yeah, no doubt about it. Good hit from Joyce, all right. Technique was pretty good.
Yeah, there's the kind of things, whether it's before contact, in contact, or after contact. Normally when it's in contact, you have no control as a passer where the ball's going to go.
So off goes Rob Jermyn, and what a game he's had.
It is
yeah,
uncontested.
Look, you know, scored a try, denied Clontarf a try, set up Duncan Williams' try as well. And as I said, his work off his wing is really impressive. He's in the right place at the right time.
Stay on the flanker.
Jonathan Wren, the player to come in, another Ireland under-20 international from this season and the Grand Slam team. There for Lloyd. Joyce tried to go wide to O'Brien. Real X factor about him, but that's gone forward. And again, just possession slipping away.
That's Clontarf trying to force it now, trying to get the ball into those wider channels and, you know, putting themselves under pressure. Not a bad replacement. Wren coming in, you know, played Grand Slam winner, played the 5 games, and again is an exciting young prospect.
Loads of pace if he gets any space at all.
Just as stable as it. Bad look.
Yeah, but it's not a good look in the final of the league. Best two teams in the country, 2 clubs in the country, and it's uncontested scrums.
9. Still got to stay in until the ball goes in first, and then you can go back.
Huge part of the game.
Crouch, bind, set. Stay on. Stay on its feet.
Williams to Moynihan, back to Williams. Nice backline move, a little bit of space created because of it as well. And Wren all the way off his wing, and the tackle by O'Brien, was that dangerous? Referee's whistle's gone.
On first look at that, it didn't look bad at all. I'd love to see that back in the replay.
I don't need you. Thank you, back. Okay, come here. You have a tackle, okay? You've lifted the player so his legs have gone beyond the horizontal, okay? Be very careful. Are we clear? Yeah. You brought him to ground, but be very careful. Yeah. It's a penalty, back you go.
No. Just a penalty against O'Brien.
I have to say, on first look, it didn't look like he went above horizontal, but we'll see it here now. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair call. The ref, he's right on the mark.
And it was a good hit. I mean, and he brought him to ground, so the referee says it's just a penalty, which I think is probably the right call.
Just be careful.
Good spot. I didn't at the time think his leg had gone like yourself. You know,
yeah, just bring this way so they're on the line.
Yeah, I originally thought it was just a good hit, but. And again, it could be that power thing. Conor O'Brien's a very powerful athlete. You know, the force that he's coming through on, that he probably doesn't realise exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
You've got 7.
We're on the line.
O'Brien throws, Hayes takes it. You can't try and set them all here. Looking at himself a platform, it's at the back with Murphy, Duncan Williams. There with his hooker, joined by Duffy. And on they go.
Advantage.
Good work. And they have the advantage as well. It's another very kickable penalty. Little grubber attempt through. Darcy kicks it away. We go back for the penalty. Another 3 points here. And it would be a mountain for Clontarf with time running out.
This player here.
It would. Cork Con have really taken control of this game. You know,
he's changed his spine.
They're keeping it really simple now, and they're just asking questions of Clontarf and putting them under pressure.
Post called.
Shot called.
Yeah, that's clever. Just keep that scoreboard ticking over. Keep Clontarf out of scoring distance.
So another 3 points on offer. And Moynihan has been very solid from the kick and tee. He's only missed one. That was the conversion from the corner after Duncan Williams' try. Other than that, he has been perfect and kicks a goal, as he has been brilliant all season. To make it a 12-point game. He turned away as soon as he struck it. He knew exactly where it was going. The flags go up.
22.
12 between the sides.
22 red.
Clontarf now need 2 tries, Fiona.
You change binds,
yeah, look, it is obviously still doable, but just Clontarf haven't looked like really, bar one good attacking option, haven't looked really like putting Cork Con under huge amount of pressure in danger zones. So it probably is too much a mountain to climb, but you know, there still is time.
Just hold.
Paddy Casey about to come in.
Please.
For Cork Con, and it's Gavin Duffy who goes off. Just over 10 left to play. On comes Tom Ryan as well for Clontarf.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yes,
yes. On you.
Yeah, keys for strength, keys for strength.
Mintern underneath the high ball, safe hands as well. Hit on the tackle by Daly. Duncan Williams steadying himself to kick this one clear. Box kick, and after Sean French is after this one, he's going to contest it as well. French goes up high.
Play on.
Fair contest, and the ball didn't go forward from Power or French, so play on. Lloyd's. Clontarf needs something, and they need something quick. Matt Darcy. Footer has gone off, by the way. At the lad's 8, trying to use the quick feet to get past the first tackle. Blindside they go. Taken up by Ryan, who's just on the pitch. Fresh legs for Clontarf. Lloyd wants it and gets it. Joyce to Ryan. Darcy. Nice hands. Power. Just a little roll. Presents it well for a scrum half again. Joyce once more to switch with his centre. And Matt Darcy straight into contact. Tackle by Casey. And back with Clontarf. Ryan, little dummy. Tries to power pass. Mintern has put in big hits from the very first whistle. Doesn't miss too many, the big second row for Con. Lloyd again to Joyce. 2 outside him. O'Brien. Nowhere to go, really.
Off your feet, White.
For Michael Courtney, but to take the tackle there. Lloyd just delayed the pass beautifully, and through the gap goes Darcy. Darcy's one try already, but he's isolated here. Did well to keep going and set it up on the end of the hands in the corner. Power almost intercepted by French. Was it deliberate, and will it be a card? Because the try could have been scored. Let's listen.
Okay. What have you got?
So I have 14 white.
Just step off a second.
He hasn't made a realistic position to catch the ball.
Is it a deliberate knock-on?
Yes.
It's a deliberate knock-on, yellow card.
Conversation. What's that?
It's a deliberate knock-on, yellow card from what you're saying?
Yes, for me.
No, we don't need to, fellas, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy there was enough cover, so we're not considering that.
Are you sure? Yeah, you're happy with that?
Yes, I'm happy with that. No, we can't. Back we go.
So no penalty try, but it's going to be a card
14.
for French.
Red, captain, thank you.
And he's going to spend the rest of the game in the bin.
No, hang on.
I was trying to appeal it.
No. It's a deliberate knock-on. Got a clear report.
There's no point in even arguing. It was clear that he knocked it on, and regardless, the referee had made the decision he was going to the bin. Here we see it.
Johnny,
yes.
Okay.
2v1. Yeah.
Once you put your hand out like that, you know,
Okay,
you're in the lap of the gods, so you can't complain. Power thought he was in. Referee said there was enough cover coming across. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 players from Con.
And the touchline there as well as an extra
so it'll
defender.
just be on the mark here, yeah. A second, I give it.
So Con will play the last 10 minutes with 14 players. French in the bin. Penalty and into the corner. If they score off this, who knows?
Guys, last 9, let's really switch on.
Okay, White, you're on the
Line
line.
out Clontarf.
Guys, discipline.
Yeah, we've seen Clontarf maul has been good when they get it going, so it's just a matter of securing a simple line out and get their maul going. But as I said earlier, Hayes has read it really well in the line out and put them under pressure.
Goes to the front and Cahill gets up to spoil it. Well, that is criminal from Clontarf's point of view. What an opportunity they had.
9, leave it.
Lloyd trying to counter ruck. He's not the quickest, and Cahill has just basically threw him on his back. You admire his intensity, but he was on a hiding to nothing there against a guy twice his size.
Yeah, Clontarf's line has been inconsistent all day, and you know, brilliant defensive lineouts from Cork Con. Cahill got up there and just
against you, okay?
turned it over.
Yes.
Brilliant steal by Cahill.
Just up in front, read it really well in front of Daly.
Right. We're starting outside. Out.
Still a good position for
Full
Clontarf.
gap.
And
I
they
don't
have
want
possession.
your feet off the line.
Got to win this one though. Cahill gets up again. It's been intercepted. Was it
closing? I did
closing the gap. Hayes is very frustrated.
9, 20. Step off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You just set it down to your ball. Hang on a word. 20. Come here. Captain. They're not going anywhere. No, come here. And you as well. Right. The whistle is gone. You're just onto the field. Once the whistle goes, I don't expect that afterwards. Are we clear? Captain, no. Have a word with your team. Get the discipline. I'm not interested in it. I will need you to have a word with your team about your discipline. No, I'm asking you to do that now. Thank you.
So Ross O'Neill just spoken to Hayes was saying that he didn't close the gap in the line-out, but the referee has already given the free kick. You're not going to change his mind.
This is the mark of the line out here. It'll be a free kick. Right, you've spoken. Back 10.
Yeah,
Back
very
10.
clear instructions.
Yes, I'll give them mark first.
From Erskine there.
What do you want? Scrum option.
We're going for scrum, uncontested still, obviously.
Yes, thank there's a timer, lads.
Johnny, you're just a metre this way.
That is the correct time.
Yeah, it's probably the right call. You would love to see them get the maul gun off the line out, but as I said, they haven't won it, so it's probably the right call.
Here, okay?
Let's see what these backs can do.
I want you left
if Conor O'Brien can create some magic out there.
Right. I know, yeah. Discipline. Yeah? Stay on your second row, thank you.
Well, between Matt Darcy and
still uncontested.
Conor O'Brien. Very interesting to see what they have up their sleeves here. Two
second rows,
brilliant
get
centres.
Bound, please. Crouch, bind, set. Get bound.
McHenry and Daly on their toes. I think they know what's coming. There we go. Joyce to Darcy. O'Brien. Over that 22 they go. Back with Noon. What a tackle that was. Absolutely burst into the rib cage by Alex McHenry. What a tackle by Alex McHenry.
Unbelievable. I think it was O'Neill that made that. Rory O'Neill who made that tackle. Was it? It's an unbelievable hit though on a man who's bigger than him and more powerful than him. He just lined him up and crunched him.
I thought it was McHenry at first thing, but maybe yeah, it was McHenry and well, the two combination of the two, Ross O'Neill and Alex McHenry. One went low, one went high, and the result is this.
Go through the calls. Ready? Both second rows. I expect you bound even though it's uncontested. Yes. Crouch.
Again, just giving the ball back to Cork Con.
Bind. Set.
Could be the game winner, that, because Clontarf really had to score. 12 points down. 6 minutes left to play. Con still down to 14, don't forget. On that, it's not a good kick. But
it's taken back, Johnny.
It's carried back in, so it's gone out on the full.
So
it's a mistake by Daly.
Keeps Clontarf here, another attacking line out.
Yeah.
He needs loads of time there as well.
Okay, eyes up. Yeah.
And he also had a player outside him with a bit of space.
Okay, on you. Right.
Yeah.
Lads.
Yeah, on me, man. Minty.
Respect the gap, please.
Yeah.
So line out Clontarf. Just over 5 to play. Got to win the ball, they do just about. It's Ben Riley who went up to take it, and then Noon slips to the left-hand side, is joined by the rest of his pack now, and they're trying to set them all here. Con trying to keep them out. Where's that ball? Lloyd is in a bit of a wrestling match with it with Paddy Casey, who's done really well. Casey has his hand on it, but it's come away. Finlay, the hooker for Clontarf, driving forward. Lloyd wants it quickly. The pass to Daly. Back with Lloyd. O'Brien. Con scrambling to get across on that far side and defend. Little short line of the pass to Kelly. Lloyd has it again as Ryan. Tackled by Mintern. Clontarf recycle. Darcy.
Roll 21. There it is.
By Williams.
Yeah.
Penalty. Well, that could be that.
No, it's a man in front. Back you go. It's going straight off his feet.
Straight off again. Clontarf putting themselves under pressure, letting Cork Con get out of here and really just control the game and put it on their terms.
Yeah, yeah. I was for playing on. Lads, I'm happy to play on. Thank you.
Well, that's the prize on offer.
What's happening?
Substitution.
Yeah, time is
The trophy for the Ulster Bank League title. Cork Con champions in 2017. They lost their crown last year in the final to Lansdowne after a slow start.
Guys, what's happening?
Brian Hickey.
Yeah, well, let's make a decision.
Was at pains to point out he didn't want a repeat of last year in the first 20 minutes, half an hour, when they coughed up a lot of points. And in fairness, they came out
Subs coming on.
fully charged for the second half.
Subs coming on. Here we go.
Another substitution about to be made. It's Max Abbott, another former Ireland under-20 international, littered throughout both teams, and he's going to come in place of Vincent O'Brien.
Time on.
Get on site.
So Moynihan finds touch. It's going to be a Cork Con throw into the line out. Con aiming for their 6th league title.
Let's go, White! Captain,
You have to
let's
say
go.
if they can just win this line and control the game, probably play a little bit more down in Clontarf, that it's going to be their title.
Abbott throws.
They're outside the 5,
Cahill
yeah?
takes.
Stay, yeah.
Clontarf desperate to get their hands on that ball. Abdelazi told to come in and go back around from the right side. Otherwise they give away a penalty. Casey picks it off the ground. A good powerful carry. Makes a couple of metres, and the momentum now with Cork Con. McHenry trying to get through. Alex McHenry, away he goes. McHenry using the pace. Inside the 22. Dragged to the ground. Is there one more try left in this game? A little bit slow to come back. Williams lost his feet. Lovely break by Alex McHenry. Ball on the outside to O'Connell. O'Connell to Daly, who scored the first try. Keeps it alive. Moynihan. Push. Hits the ground. 3 on the clock. Did that go forward? Referee says play on. Clontarf, they got to do.
Stop, 9, stop.
Whatever's up their sleeve now. That's too much on the kick. Control with the outside of the foot by Jonathan Wren. It's gone into touch on the far side.
Super break by McHenry there. You really saw his pace and him at full flight, skiding through the defence, handing people off, stepping. Good pace and just, well, a good scramble tackle there. Set up quite well for Cork Con.
I know.
And then Clontarf were just trying to force it with Matt Darcy, trying to create something out of nothing, and it just ended up in Cork Con rebounding the ball.
Subs, Johnny. Subs, Johnny.
Last 2 minutes of play. And Noon gets up high.
That's one.
Clontarf can't waste any time here. They've got less than 2 minutes. They need 2 tries. And it looks beyond them at this stage. Cork Con still full of tackling, and they have a penalty. That is going to be that.
3 and 13 white, please.
Yeah, not released. Great control by Cork Con.
What do you want?
You know, they're just in there putting pressure on the breakdown.
Well, he's just come back onto the pitch, Fiona, and I'm going to ask you for your RT man of the match, please.
Yeah, you know, I think for key moments in the game and the influence that he had, scoring a try, setting up Duncan Williams for a try, but also denying Clontarf a try at a key moment. So the RT man of the match is Rob Jermyn.
Your player was isolated.
Looks pretty happy too, and why not?
Look, he's
Try
been,
saver, try scorer.
With a minute and a half to go.
yeah, and he's been in all these last couple of finals for Cork Con. I said earlier, his work rate off the ball, he's always there at the right time in the right place, and he just doesn't stand out waiting for things to happen. He makes things happen.
So Moynihan then to tack on another 3 points inside the last minute. Doesn't miss those, and 28 points to 13. Cork Con really just the better side in the second half.
Yeah, they took control in the game. They played a really clever, simple rugby, and they put Clontarf under pressure. Clontarf put themselves under pressure. They tried to force the game way too much in the second half.
The smiling face of John McSwiney on the sideline. Put himself about as well. Last 5 seconds to go, and Cahill takes it. They've been solid, really. Set piece as well. Brian Hayes getting up to disrupt Clontarf for the line out.
That's it.
He went to uncontested scrums, which took away the power of the set piece. It went forward. The referee's whistle sounds, and Cork Con are your league champions for 2019.